What's good, y'all? Welcome back to Reek Knows Hoops. I'm your host, Tyreek, and I'm reacting to hot takes today. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. And I made a tweet. I said, reply with hot takes for the 2021 NBA season. There's some good ones. There's some questionable ones. I haven't seen all of them, but yeah, let's get into it, man. I posted this across 3 apps, but I'm gonna start with Twitter. I think it's got the most replies. So the first one is from my guy Mundo Basket. I hope I said that right. But he said Nikola Vucevic is better than Sabonis, Julius Randle, and Ben Simmons this season. Yeah, I would say that's not really like too off the wall, because Vucevic has been really good this season, and that's with like Orlando missing like two or three starters. Like they're missing like 2/5 of their starting lineup this season, and he's really been carrying. And they're actually like still kind of in the playoff race. Like as crazy as that sounds, with all the injuries and just how bad they've looked at times, he's been the one player keeping them afloat. So yeah, my guy Mundo, that's not really too bad of an opinion right there. Next one's from my guy Dom. He says Utah is very underrated, running nice ball, but will fold come playoffs. Here's my opinion on the Jazz. I mean, I stated it a lot. I think this is a different Jazz team. I really do. Just because their style of play is totally different from the last couple years. They're playing more up-tempo. They're shooting the 3-ball a lot more, and they're shooting it at a great rate. I mean, shooting 40% this far into a season, I don't think it's a fluke. I think that's like a trend that's going to stick. So I think they'll be a lot different in the playoffs, but they still have, some tough contenders in the West to deal with. But I don't think that – I'll be surprised kind of if they get knocked out in the first round the way that they've been playing. This next one, bro. My guy Ethan, he says Kemba Walker is Ish Smith on a max contract. Hey, Kemba's been playing better lately. He has, but he did start out when he came back from his injury. He was playing pretty poorly, but he's playing better. But the Celtics have a lot more issues than just Kemba Walker. Like, very bad team right now. They got a lot to fix. I said in my last video, Marcus Smart has to come back for them soon for them to really, be any kind of a competitive team in the Eastern Conference. Next week, we got a 2-for-1 here. My guy Elijah says Dame for MVP and Shea for most improved. The MVP race is kind of weird. Like, it's kind of like shaking back and forth, really. Like, I feel like the ladder changes every day. Like, right now, I would say Embiid's probably still MVP, but I don't think Dame's that far behind. James Harden's making a run. Bron's still up there. It's a very, very tight MVP race right now. And Shea for most improved, really, that's another race that's kind of like up in the air too. It was looking like Christian Wood's award to lose early on, but he was out with injury for a little bit. Shea's coming back, and he's been playing really good. So I think Shea's right up there, even though it's like, you never know really. I mean, Shea has taken another high step. There's a lot of guys in that most improved race. I think even like Jaylen Brown could be in consideration. Christian Wood, like I said, there's quite a few guys that could really get that award in my opinion. Oh yeah, and Jeremy Grant. Don't forget about Jeremy Grant. Next, my guy Travis. He says Duncan Robinson's the best shooter in the NBA. Steph Curry still exists, but Duncan is a knockdown shooter, even though he was in a little bit of a slump over the last couple of weeks, but he seems like he's starting to pick it back up a little bit. But still, Duncan's one of my favorite guys. I know Free, if you're watching, I know you said this because that's your Wolverine. But yeah, he's definitely one of the best knockdown shooters in the league, but best, Steph Curry still has that title, no doubt. Next, Ja says the Nets won't make the finals. Personally, I'm taking the Nets against the field in the Eastern Conference because I just think like they haven't even had a chance to really gel yet, and they're still looking really scary without KD. James Harden is playing some of the best ball of his career, and really like the defense is still like an issue, but I think they're just gonna need to be elite defensively at times. Like they don't have to be elite, a full 48 minutes. I'm still taking them against the field, but I still think like Philly has a really good shot, and I'm not really too sure about the Bucks, but I think Philly would probably be the biggest contender to the Nets not making the finals out of the Eastern Conference. Next, Tyson says the Lakers will lose in the second round if Anthony Davis is not healthy. Yeah, I would say yes, but I'm never betting against LeBron, like ever. I would never bet against LeBron as long as he's in the league, still playing great basketball. I'm never betting against him to get anything done. But they have looked kind of rough without Anthony Davis. I talked about it in my last video. If you guys didn't see that one, they have looked a little rough without AD, but I'm pretty sure he's going to take all the time in the world to get healthy, and I think they'll be just fine going into the playoffs. One on Twitter, my guy Mills, shout out to my guy Mills. He says Tyrese Halliburton is very slept on. I agree 100%. He gives me like Malcolm Brogdon vibes. Like those two play kind of similar, but I love his game. He's gonna be a player that's like on winning teams in the future. Like he's always gonna be on playoff teams, I think. Very great, underrated young player. Excited to see his development. Hopefully Sacramento can get it together, because that's a team, they got so much young talent, but it's just it has to be coaching at this point. It has to be coaching, because it's just not working. I mean, De'Aaron Fox has done everything he can this season, and then, they just got off like a 9-game losing streak. It's always bad in Sacramento. I just hope that they get it together, because those fans, some of the best fans in the league, they've been going through it for a long time. Next up, the homie Wade Farron says LaMelo is a top 10 point guard. I don't care. Top 10. I can't think of top 10 off the top of my head, but he's been playing really good, especially for a rookie point guard. And you cannot justify the Hornets' success without including LaMelo Ball being added to that team. I mean, he's one of the major reasons why this team is flowing so well, especially since he's been in the starting lineup. So he's been playing, top 10 type level so far this season. Hopefully it continues, and let's see if the Hornets can, make that playoff push, because they're looking pretty good right now. T. Dunn says Devin Booker should have been an All-Star, even if Anthony Davis was healthy. I agree, because I did have Devin Booker in my All-Star game too. I'm glad he got in overall, because I know like he's probably just getting tired of it, because at first it's like, oh, he's putting up empty stats because he's putting up big numbers on a bad team. Then he's putting up big numbers again, like almost 25 points per game on like 50%, 38 and almost 90% from the line splits. And now it's like, oh, he's not the reason why this team is, playing so well. They're giving it to Chris Paul, which, you guys know I love Chris Paul. But I think Devin Booker deserves, a slice of that credit too. But I'm just glad he got in overall. But I do agree. D-Book should have been in the All-Star game regardless. All right, this is probably going to be the last one. My guy Kenley Elliott says, Utah gets the number 1 seed, but bounced in the first round by either Golden State or Dallas. No. Start buying into the Jazz. Buy all the Jazz stock that you can, because this team they're not going to get bounced in the first round. I'm not saying that they're going to make the NBA Finals, but they're definitely getting towards that contender level. So, buy into the Jazz while you still can, while you still have your credibility, because it's a different type of Jazz team, barring any injuries or virus issues. I think they're going to make a nice little playoff run. Yeah, that's a wrap, y'all. Let me know if you enjoyed this kind of video. Just trying to do something new to get more content out to you guys, because I've been slacking a little bit lately, been a little busy. But be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. I'm trying to get to 200 subs. We're getting closer and closer. And be sure to show love to my guy Flight. This is his merch, iDrip Lord. I'm gonna make sure to leave his social media handles in the description. Make sure you go show some love to him. And yeah, I'm gonna be back next time, y'all. Peace.